Hello, everybody. I wanted to jump on and show you about the biggest update that Command has gotten um, that will affect all of your deals currently. They have combined the offers and commissions tab. So when you go in to Command and you're filling out your commissions request, there used to be two separate tabs. One said offers and one said commissions. They have changed that, and here's why. Um, Say you had a listing and the offer fell through, you can now, or you have been able to click the down arrow under the checklist and add a version, and it would just put a new checklist on top so that you could keep the two contracts separate. However, it was still attached to the same listing. But if you had already gotten a CDA on one of them, you were not able to go in and clear the commissions tab. You actually had to do a green sheet and let me know that you did a green sheet, and that was just not acceptable to KWRI. So what they did is they came in and gave you the ability to go in and resubmit by combining the two. So I have an offer and I'm going to click add new offer. I'm going to give it the closing date. Let's say this executed on the 12th and it is closing the end of February. Okay. I'm going to click parties. I do have to give Jane Doe is buying my house. And we're going to say that Brad McKissick is the other agent. I think you only have to fill in the stuff that have the red asterisks. Terms, I'm going to say that my house was $200,000. I'm going to put down $20,000 in finance, 180. It generates the sales price. You can fill in all this other stuff if you want to do a side-by-side comparison or want to keep it in there, but it's not required. Agent analysis, again, if you're not going to compare offers side by side, you don't need that. So we can click save. I can now accept the offer. Once you accept the offer, the commissions part comes available. So we can click accept. Okay. Now, used to the commissions tab was over here, but it was grayed out, and it was a little bit confusing as to why that would be. But now it's right here. I'm going to click on manage commission, and it opens up here. Okay. I do have a few things missing here. It's telling me I don't have a listing. I don't have an address. It's going to use the word listing. I believe it even says that on a buyer. All it's saying is it needs an address. If it's a listing, you can do it here. If it's a buyer, you go to the details tab, you do the pencil, and you search for it. Okay, well, I'm buying 123, or I'm selling 123 Main Street in Louisville. Okay, it pops in Google Maps, so you can just click save. Now, when I go back to the commissions tab, I don't have that listing being missing, and it's also up here. Okay, the next thing it tells me that is missing is the contract date. It's in red over here. If I want to edit anything in this box, I just click edit general information. Okay, it wants the executed date. I think that I said the 12th. If for some reason the commission changed and I'm only doing this for 2%, I would change that here. So I could do 2, and then I changed it from 6 to 4. I'm going to leave it 3. Okay. Once everything here is correct, this is also where you would change the sales price. Maybe during the option period, it changed from 200,000. Now it's, 199, whatever it is, you could change that here as well. And then click Save Changes. Okay. Right here, as long as everything is correct, you can look down here. Guys, these are these aren't perfect. So on some people, I know of an agent that it says they owe $200 and it will not go away. They've been capped a while. My system will always override this part. So if you see something wrong here, it doesn't mean that the CDA is going to look like that. They are actively working to get this code up to speed, and eventually this will update with any posted CDA so that this will be able to show you where you're at in your cap at all times, as long as we have received and posted the transaction that paid company dollar or royalty. But it's not there yet. So, but it's coming. Here is where we can change anything here. So let's say I needed to add an agent. I can click agent payment. I could take away 5. Let's say I'm on a team with Kara and we are splitting this 50-50. I'd change the unit to 0.5 and $3,000 here. This is also where you would add any kind of seller credits, buyer credits, or referrals under this add item right here. Let's say we have a deduction. Let's say I want to add that $1,000 to the seller. $1,000 to the seller. Seller credit paid to Jane. Oh, I'm the seller, by the way, so this doesn't make sense, but go with me here. 2434. It doesn't actually matter the address when it's a credit. You're just telling me who to put it to on the CDA. So fill that in here. Okay. So now you can see there's a seller credit on there. So it tells me to do that when I create the CDA. Let's say there's a referral. Make sure on a referral you already have their W-9 before you do the commissions tab. You do have to fill in all of the information, and it does need to be correct because it is Winmore is now pulling that information directly from you. So make sure you have the W-9, you've uploaded it to the file because I will need that before I can create the CDA, but that way you can also enter all their information. So if I click add item and I choose outside referral, now I can give it the percent. We'll say 25%. It went ahead and calculated here. EIN number, and it's usually like a 75 number with a bunch of numbers. The brokerage name, this is the brokerage, the top box on the W-9. So let's say it's EXP. And the agent name is Jane Doe as well. This address does matter. This is the address on the W-9. But for simplicity's sake, because I don't have EXPs off the top of my head, I'm going to add ours. Okay. You do have to add the whole thing. This phone number, put the agent's phone number here so that we're able to get a hold of them. Okay. And add item. That added the referral up here. Okay. So now we have our seller credit and our referral on here. We're going to save changes. That was just for agent number 1. To add agent number 2, we're going to click on add another agent. And we're going to search for them. Kara Phelps. Now it said, hey, I've got a half a unit and $3,000 I need to give away. So it went ahead and put it here. If you had another agent, you could then take away from this one and give it to the other agent as well. Remember, if it's a referral, you will have to add the referral on both agents. That way you can get the correct amount. Otherwise, it's only taking it off of half of the commission or whatever that split is. If you want to divide up the transaction fee, the compliance review fee, you would put the $750 over here and the $750 on the other agent. That's how you would do that. But for time's sake, I'm going to stop there and save changes. Okay. So now I have both of them there. I can check here. I can put the title company's email address here. Michelle@trnt.net. I do try to find this on the receipted page, but if it's not there, I'll have to send it to you and ask you to forward it. But right here is where you can leave me any notes. We're going to click submit. It's going to ask if you want to donate. Not this time. I don't want that in our system right now. Okay. Here's the new change. Okay. This CDA terminated. This buyer's financing fell through, and now I have another version. I can request termination right here. And it's going to say, hey, it's permanently removed once you do that. You really want to do that? I'm going to say yes. I didn't need the CDA anyways. And when we come back to the offers, you can see that this one was terminated. Okay. But now I can add new offer and go through again and get another CDA for the new offer. So you never lose the first offer. It's still there, but you can't create a CDA off of it. But this way you never have to email me and say, hey, I did a green sheet on this one because the first one fell through. It is now the commission has attached to the offer itself, and I'm super excited about that. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me. I'm here to help. I hope that this update makes you guys as happy as it does me. Thanks, and have a great day.